Welcome back to First Listens, that series where we listen to an album that neither of us have heard for the first time.
Today we're going to listen to Dominic Fike Sunburn. This is his second studio album. We've listened to his demos EP, we've listened to What Could Possibly Go Wrong. This is the only natural progression here, and we've had so many requests for it, and we're finally doing it.
Let's get going with How Much Is Weed?
Oh, very lo-fi vibes out the gate.
Photo album, but the color faded from it. If I could go back and tell you how it ends, I would have done it. Don't look down.
Ooh, I like that ghostly in the background.
Friends and family took the alley to Miami. Got caught up in all my babies. Got no daddy, can you send me something? I can't do all of the shouting on an empty stomach. I can't find myself, no balance in this emptiness by long way down. She meant
Sick flow.
Yeah.
Keep control of myself. Sometimes I just don't know my fuck that shit. My bitch, she bad, dog.
I like those little ad-libs flying around in there as well.
She no say, let's get this. Watch how fast I switch this. When I the gears, hands tell me, watch my brother now why you can't. Hey, the boys ain't coming outside.
This is getting more and more high.
Yeah. I really like how solid but simple that bass line is. Just a root note just playing.
Friends and family never cared about the Grammys till I grew up.
Little cutout was sick there.
I be looking through the photo album. You remember all the good old days? K-Swiss and Polo down. And mama had to put a down payment by herself. And ain't nobody even try to help. She went to jail and shit went left. And I was left. I did my best. I needed rest. I got arrested. Everybody looking at me like I'm not invested. Bitch, you know how hard I was stressing. Please don't call me with
damn.
plans. I'm ripping out all my hair. And bitch, I don't even dance. But sometimes I like to.
Do you like to joke?
I don't even know what that means.
No, I don't either. I'm scared to say that I do, to be honest.
I be looking through the photo album, but the color faded from it. If I could go back and tell you how it ends, I would have done it. Don't look down. Don't look down.
Very, very upbeat way to start the album out. You had that kind of lo-fi vibes that he's had in the past, and just an absolutely insane flow over the top of it.
It was weird because it was lo-fi, but it was super energetic at the same time. There was not a huge amount of noise, but so many different little percussion parts and different bass lines coming in and out. Because there was the standard bass line and then some more like synthy bass that came in moments. I proper enjoyed that. And I think the way that it switched from the proper clean flows to the more sung chorus made the chorus really catchy even on first listen.
Yeah, and they had the drop-ins and drop-outs that we kind of focused on as well, and I think it helped to separate the song out, whereas if it was just that beat the entire time with him flowing over the top, I don't think it would have quite hit the same, but because we had those dropouts and those little changes here and there, deviations from the norm, I think it helped to kind of just flesh out the track.
Ant Pile is up next. Pretty distorted guitar.
Yeah.
First grade.
Oh, okay. Didn't expect it to drop into that.
And that wasn't even the worst day.
Did you just say someone tied you to an ant pile? That's horrendous.
We
God.
went to high school.
Torture.
On the first day, you pushed me
What was that?
against the brick wall.
A guitar, like a distorted bass.
I think that's a bass. Sounds sick though.
Yeah.
Know what your mom does. She takes a different lover every day. She threw her wedding ring away, but you still love your mama, don't you? Then you love she smokes.
Bro's just got flows.
Sometimes the pipe, but mostly camels. Sometimes around 8th grade, remember our bodies were changing. You looked at me differently and held me like you nursed me.
There's that reprise of the intro guitar. Are we going to get a bit of energy here? Nope, back again.
I picked you up before the first day.
I feel like this would be a really good song to like run to.
Yeah, very steady beat.
Not that I ever run.
So let me get a redo anywhere you wanna go and you can pick it. I can hit you like, what's the worst thing that happened next evening? A tire burst of fireworks in the theater. The higher ups to tell you what you can't eat, where you can't go, how to dress, how to act decent. I've seen you fall to pieces, seen you completely naked. There's no more ways you can surprise me since you Started to feel dead. That was when you kissed.
I was just imagining when he plays that song live, everyone in the crowd doing that in the middle of back to him as he's like going through with the verse. I thought that was a really fun track. It really wasn't what I thought it was going to be from that distorted guitar intro, but it kind of kept vibes with How Much Is Weed in terms of like relatively drawn back instrumental, but still having enough to bop around to.
Well, it was cool that he included that distorted guitar at the intro with the guitar over the top, like little jingly bit, but didn't use it as like the crux of the track. It wasn't used as if it was going to be a heavy track. It was cool to hear a kind of heavy-ish chug on a guitar, not used as the forefront of the beat, and to just kind of sprinkle it in here and there. And then when the chorus came back around, to have that in there, and it kind of subverts your expectation of, oh, this is going to be a heavy, energetic track. And all of a sudden, it drops out, and we get this really nice, airy, classic Dominic Fike beat in.
Well, before we go on to track number 3, Think Fast. Make sure if you're a Dominic Fike fan, you do hit like and subscribe. We've still not listened to 14 Minutes, Tim, and I'm sure that's an album that we'll want to check out. But this next track is featuring one of your favourite bands, Weezer.
Ooh, I cannot wait. As soon as I saw this on the track list, in my head I think, how's that going to work? But after listening to Antpile then, I think it's going to make sense.
Oh, high-pitched robot in the background.
I mean, it's cool. Just a bit strange. I'm not sure where this is going to go. That's a lovely bass tone.
I leave this place was bad for me. What's worse, what stings, I saw her in the garden with the snakes. She said, think fast, you only get one
Ooh, that acoustic sounds so satisfying, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Wake up, you know we got things to see. She
Really clean. Really clean.
Beautiful high-pitched vocal.
Yeah. I'm waiting for the inclusion of the Weezer part. We're going to get Rivers singing.
I think life is a game, I'm just playing along. I had something to say, then forgot what it was back then. I grew up next to you, are insecure. If you knew what I was in for, I wouldn't be standing with you. Back then you knew what you was doing. How could you act like everything would be simple? Everything could be. I wrote rules the wrong ways.
The flows on this album have been so clean. I feel like there's been a bit more rap than there has been on previous projects.
Yeah. There's a big onus on the rapper side.
I hold my head, she sings to me.
Kind of sounds like a Weezer track. Not cry. Undone. That's what it sounds like.
Harmonised vocals. Back with
Very
a funky.
nice. Yeah. There's that little voice back again.
At the start as it was at the end. I think that's a really cool feature. You can tell that Weezer had a bit more to do with the instrumental. Obviously, there was only really that one harmonised vocal section where you got Rivers in there. But it's probably the more rock-focused track we've had so far, and one of the more throughout Dominic's entire discography that we've listened to. I think that it's just really good. I like that song. That's one that I have heard before. I won't pretend like I haven't. It's been on my playlist for a number of years, and I think it's just a great little number.
Well, I noticed at the end that Rivers Cuomo is one of the songwriters, so that makes a bit more sense about the structure of the track. And like I said about halfway through, it does sound a lot like Undone, the Sweater song by Weezer, because they have the two-word, the da-da, 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 and it felt reminiscent, but didn't feel like it was trying to be that track. So there was an obvious Weezer influence in there. And I'm still a bit thrown back that there is, a Weezer feature on a Dominic Fike album. I think that's such a surreal kind of pairing. I would never think of all the artists that exists, who would I put with Dominic Fike? I don't think Weezer'd be in the top 100, never mind, anywhere near it.
I don't know, it works pretty well.
No, it does. It works amazingly well, but it wouldn't be somebody that I would immediately go, oh yeah, Weezer should do a song with Dominic Fike. It's such a strange pairing, but I'm glad it happened because that was great.
Well, let's go on to track number 4, Sick.
Wicked sick.
My favourite descriptive word.
So high, if I could be there for you.
Ooh. It's got a bit of like a country swing to it.
Yeah.
'Cause you make me, and I make you, and we can't be. 'Cause I'm still
I like the use of the brushes on the snare.
blame it on you.
This is a very different track to what we've had so far.
Yeah. Oh, I like that.
Cause you make me, and I make you, and we can't be. Cause I'm still in love. Blame it on you.
It's cool how this is structured. Very non-standard.
The drum work's been incredible so far. That guitar riff's sick.
Yeah, sounds cool.
I didn't even do that on purpose.
Oh, sick. Yeah.
Cause you make me, and I make you, and we can't be.
And then we've kept some of those guitar elements now.
Hey man, that snare drum with them brushes just sounds so good.
Oh, you look so tired. If I could sleep there for you, I'd leave your side in the middle of
So many sections to this track that are completely different.
and I make you,
Sick.
and we can't be
Friends.
Cause I'm still in love with you. But I hate all your features and I wish I didn't meet you. You make me sick.
Ended on the favourite word there.
It was a very odd track, that, wasn't it?
I didn't know what direction at any point it was gonna take.
I enjoyed it still, and I enjoyed the different production elements in each part. The intro or first half of the track that was more country-esque, it was cool to hear Dom over that style. I mean, I really liked when we brought in those kind of grungier guitar sounds. I thought that was cool. And then the end was just practically very minimal instruments with him kind of narrating over it. I enjoyed it, but I felt like I went on 3 different rides at once.
Yeah, I think that's something that Dominic Fike does a lot, which is kind of introduce new sounds and then interlope those into the chorus that you've heard previously and then drop it out and then change things up. And I do like that about him, though, because it means that every track doesn't get boring. It's not just the same thing over and over. There's always new elements that come in and out throughout. I mean, most of the tracks, let's say, runtime is about 2.5 minutes. So for those 2.5 minutes, you're always engaged because there's something new to listen to. There's a new sound to discover. There's like little intricacies that you go, oh, look, he's doing this now. And yeah, I respect him for it.
Well, 7 Hours is up next.
And I will die just if it was I, you.
Such a mad effect on his vocals.
Ed Sheeran. You know,
It kind of sounds like the Kid Laroi or a newer Bieber track.
Yeah. With the guitar and the way he's flowing, it does sound like when Ed Sheeran's in his kind of rap era. You know, when he likes to throw in a bit of his MC stylings. I think that's just because it's an acoustic guitar with a guy rapping on it.
Yeah.
Ooh, clean. Really like there's a really low sub on the bottom end. Makes it feel really warm.
Also feels like there's 2 acoustic guitars being played at once.
12 by the sounds of it. Yeah, that was a nice little drop in.
Bit of a different flow there, more kind of breaky. I don't know how to describe it, but I enjoyed it.
He loves them little dropouts and then bring the beat back in again. Weird flow, that. It's like off the back end of the beat, it's just following it.
There's a word or 2 missing in there.
Yeah.
Tell you what I really enjoyed about that. There was like the random choir or different sound effects that were coming in and out in the background. And I just think it was pretty simple in terms of acoustic, bass, a weird flow, but then I'd just hear the random like, from a choir in the background or a different sound effect. And I was like, whoa, what's that? That sounds cool. And then I don't know whether it was 2 acoustic guitars or it was like, he was like playing it in this ear so you could hear the strings moving around. But then it sounded a bit different in the other ear. It just seemed a bit out of time or something, but it was interesting.
It sounded like there was the jingly jangly bit on top played on one acoustic, and you could hear, like you say, you could hear all the like finger strokes and the hands moving around the neck. But then on the other ear, it sounded more like chords being played. So I think you're right. I think there were potentially 2, or just a very talented guitarist that's managing to do both, because some people are wizards on the guitar. So it's hard to say which one it is. But I liked that because it felt not experimental, but in the sounds that I was hearing on that track and the way that the voice was being done, the effects that were being put on, and also even the flow itself, it just felt very, I'm going to try something a bit different here and see how well it comes out. And I think he nailed it. I think it's difficult when you're using sounds like that to make like a beat, but he's used the acoustic guitar and the kind of tapping on it to make the beat there. And yeah, really cool stuff. Really enjoyed it.
Well, up next is Dancing in the Courthouse. And if you hit subscribe, Tim's going to be dancing in the podcast house.
Weather controls your day. People make up your mind until you can't even tell. When someone gives you a sign, but we make the ground our grave by landing it. We make our problems fade by facing them.
Ooh, I like the last line.
Oh,
Time.
Oh, that's feel good. That's really feel good.
Yeah. It's just a happy track, this, isn't it? Instantly, I feel like I'm floating.
Yeah. It's got big summer vibes to it.
We cover for you like camouflage in the sky. Over till a fat woman sing hella high. Tap dancing in my until I feel a change in
that was cool. That was really cool.
We make the love that keeps our world spinning. We make the gods our friends by cursing them. We make the wind our wings by raising your arms at the top of the world. Yeah.
Little drum roll into the bass introduction again.
Dance for it in the courthouse. Make a stand for it or it don't count. Be the landlord of the whole town. Put on. Oh, yeah. Make the judge jump in, hit the two-step.
Hit the two-step. Come on.
The judge hitting the two-step.
Yeah, could you imagine that? Hitting the griddy. You're off to jail.
Well, guitars come in then.
I'm rude and a superhero like Bruce Banner. But truth is, ain't nothing that you could do. Put on trial. Make them dance for it in the court.
What, the judge?
Nah, that's what it'd be like live, isn't it?
Oh, I thought you meant the judge in the courthouse doing that.
Could be.
Put on. Oh, yeah. Make the judge jump in, hit the two-step. Make the jury come up with two guesses and lose interest, and then make up a new sentence. On trial. Make them dance for it in the courthouse. Make them dance for it in the courthouse.
I mean, I was already in a good mood with Sunburn and enjoying it, but that was just such a feel-good song. Clean flow in between, a bit more of a singy one overall, though, and it felt much less experimental than what we've heard so far, and maybe a bit more like radio-friendly, but I really enjoyed the vibes of it.
Something about it gave me like 2012 energy. Somewhere around there, from 2010 to 2015, somewhere in that era, that feels like it would just slot in very nicely. I think that was really, really good. It had such a good energy to it. It had these really upbeat vibes. And I can't think off the top of my head what I can compare it to. So far, this entire album, everything's been so unique and so... Every track has its own identity. None of them feel like they blur into each other, which is crazy because it still feels coherent. It doesn't feel like it's just random tracks, one being played after the other. Don't know how he does it, but he does it, and he does it well.
Well, it's a bit of a shame that after this, we only have one more Dominic Fike album to go because, I mean, I'm sure he'll be releasing some newer stuff, which will be great for us as well at some point. But we need people in the comments to tell us some artists that are similar to Dom. I think we asked this in one of the first videos that we listened to, and we saw a few suggestions in there. But obviously, with one album left, we need some other suggestions for first listens.
And if you are enjoying this video, please do not forget to like and subscribe. We just do everything here. So if you can give us some suggestions as who we should listen to, we'd greatly appreciate it. And just like a work of art, up next, we've got Mona Lisa.
Is this going to be a piece of art?
Oh.
Love is when you try to place it out your mind, but you can't turn the radio down, and you can't think of anyone.
Vocals are much louder in the
Love
mix.
is when you try to make it out alive, but you can't turn the radio down, and you can't think of anyone. Yeah. Look, I can see your face in the Parisian paintings. The Mona Lisa, I can hear your voice in the streets and the TV stations and the police. I can feel the strains on my wrist. I don't need these bracelets of all the things that she keeps in cages. I'm Elise's favorite. And she said I was about to give you all of me on all the weekends, and
Harmony's sick.
Yeah.
Over my heels, falling on my head.
I'm loving that bass line.
And if I could rewind it for you,
Pure funk. Funkadelic.
Love is when you try to place it out your mind, but you can't turn the radio down, and you can't think of anyone else.
It's got a bit more of like a Spanish vibe to it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
With that guitar.
But you can't turn the radio down, and you can't think of anyone else. Mona Lisa, yeah. Mona Lisa, hey. Mona Lisa, yeah. Mona Lisa, Mona Lisa, Mona Lisa, yeah. I know you like your space and distance. Yeah, you don't take admissions. They told you not to date musicians. Yeah, but can't make you listen. Stick to the ones who let you make all the decisions and look the other way. And you already know what
Shouting
you're
at
gonna say. And you
Group
already know I'm a
activity.
number away. I was about to give you all of me on all the weekends, and all I wanted was a
I really like that harmonised section.
The flow is clean as well.
All of my feels were already dead. And if I could rewind it for you, if you could remind me of what I felt before I fell for your idea of love. Love is when you try to place it out your mind.
They're so clean, man. So clean with it.
Can't think of anyone else. Love is when
I love the way that
you
it just
try
kind
to
of
make
drops
it
back into the
right.
chorus. It doesn't have like a swell. It's just there. Bang.
And you can't think of anyone else. Mona Lisa, yeah. Mona Lisa, hey. Mona Lisa, yeah. Mona Lisa, Mona Lisa.
It's weird because in this section there's a vocal there that's got some crazy effects on, and it's like it's the same as the guitar that was playing before. It took me a second to realise it wasn't the acoustic.
Yeah. I didn't notice that. That's cool. Nice little sing-songy outro. You know what? I'm very impressed by that track. I think it, again, this is just Dominic Fike all over, subverting expectations, because when that chorus comes in, I kind of expected there to be like a and then it the bass line comes in. But there was none of that. It was just, here's the verse, and then that bass line kicks in, and it just adds this layer of warmth, and it just opens out, and it makes this really nice chorus. Then it drops back out. We get another little verse. We get him doing the harmonized flow that both of us picked up on almost immediately because it just sounded so good. What a great track.
It was pretty damn dancey as well. Like, that had us two moving from side to side for the entire track.
And if it gets you moving, that's a big thing, because my man does not move.
Yeah, I'm not usually bobbing about like that, and it felt like I was in the ocean. But I'm surprised that isn't one of the bigger tracks on the album. Maybe Dominic Fike fans can let us know. But on Apple Music, it's not saying it's one of the most listened to, and it feels like it's a bit more radio ready. I felt that with Dancing in the Courthouse a little bit. Maybe we're starting to leave the more experimental vibes on the album.
Surely Mona Lisa has got to be a big fan favourite. Like, there will be some Dominic Fike fans who can just let us know, tell us down below, is Mona Lisa a favourite of yours? And if it's not, out of the tracks we've heard so far, which is? Because I think the thing is with Dominic Fike is when you listen to an album, it's so hard to pick one that stands out amongst the rest, because they all, like I've said before, have a unique identity. So they all just kind of, they exist in their own plane, but then make up this fantastic album.
Let's go on to Bodies.
Hallelujah, I couldn't be all alone in this world. I'd be hanging from my neck if you didn't come check for me. It's a bad day.
Loving that acoustic and bass combo.
Yeah. It's a really clean low end.
My future blew up, my roots were torn down, my chest decayed in, and my breath ran out. So one time for all of your bodies from college, one more for every boy that came before me. Sometimes I get so dramatic, but we're not so different in fact.
Oh, I like that. Halle.
Is that Dominic? He's the man of a million voices. Oh, yes. He's liked a lot of this chanting across this album. We've heard a lot of that.
The mixing of the acoustic is really good in this one as well. I can't remember what track it was earlier, but you can hear the fingers moving in one ear and the actual notes in another. Oh, female vocalist.
Sometimes I get so dramatic, but we're not so different in fact.
That sample's so sick. Yes. That was just succinct, to the point. There wasn't a whole lot to it. It was just fun.
It's exactly what I was going to say. Just over 2 minutes, but it had such a catchy section with that kind of callback and the Halle Halle Hallelujah sample.
The Halle Halle
Halle Halle Hallelujah. I loved that. I thought that sounded so good, and I really liked the mixing of that track. The bass was clean. You could hear the acoustic being played, and obviously Dom's vocals were good as always, but it was the use of sampling that kind of leveled it up for me. And you're right, if they tried to put that into like 3.5 minutes, it'd have probably got a bit boring, but in a 2-minute track, very, very nice work.
But in a 2-minute track, it kind of felt like it was less than 2 minutes, weirdly. It felt like it was over before it began. It was so simplistic and so just kind of like, let's add in a little bit of a bridge here. So I'm intrigued to see what we get next with the title track here, Sunburn. I'm expecting big things, you know. Funky little drum intro, that. Oh, you can hear the crunch on that bass guitar.
The crunch.
The crunch.
Same shit but different days where I'm from. Bitches dropping like old ladies and such. Yeah. Southern Florida, I was raised in the sun. You don't shake, get hit by rays from the suns.
Oh.
Baby went to class, then graduated to get her paycheck. Baby that had a baby, now the baby daddy ain't in the picture. I'm on this music. Mama went to jail, we was hungry. I'm on this music. Everyone grew up and got comfy. I'm on this music, dog. Who you call when you don't got the money for school at all? Mama crying, think about one day how we could lose it all. I would die before that happened. I'm picking the strap up before you picking my slack up, baby. Same shit but different days where I'm from. I was screaming, feel a strain in my lungs. Yeah. When I die, baby, lay me in the sun. When I die, baby, lay me in the sun.
Oh, that was so clean the way everything came in.
Heard he got picked off in the parking lot. He should've stashed a brick in a body shop. Brody got jammed as a juvie. We call it child locking. Before he was playing with that toolie, he had a scholarship. And now I'm in his range, going 50, going 60.
A lot of wordplay on this one.
Something trying to run from my true colors. Ooh, I got some nerve talking to you like I know you, cause I know you. It's the same from FLA up to the know ya. And I told you, same shit but different days where I'm from. I was screaming, feel a strain in my lungs. And when I die, baby, lay me in the sun. When I die, baby, lay me in the sun.
Before I saw the words, I thought you were saying Mr. Mina.
In this entire section, there's just been the harmonised kind of woes and ohs in the background. It sounds so good.
Really high-pitched line. Like that, the working its way. Counter melodies out the arse, man.
I completely get what you were saying earlier in the album, where every song kind of has an individual vibe to it. That felt really personal, and obviously he was telling stories about his childhood and growing up and how much he focused on music and like some friends I think that he grew up with at one point. But it was by far the most personal track we've had on the album so far. And I know that he does actually have a misdemeanor of some kind for battery of a police officer.
Oh,
I think he was banned from entering the UK for a few years. Dom fans, let us know what that was actually for, what that was about. But I think that is what happened.
That's crazy. So bro is like somewhat of a criminal then.
Well, I mean, I think there was some story behind it. It was, I think he managed to get it removed from his record anyway. But that also says that it was probably a pretty personal track.
Well, the people watching this video will be the right people to let us know, so you can tell us what the situation is there. But as a track, as a title track for the album, I think you're right in that it felt personal, and I think it's purposefully personal because it's the title track of his album, and he wants it to be one that kind of feels right for him. And I think the beat that he chose for it, and it was very Dominic Fike style, whilst also kind of wearing his heart on his sleeve. There was a lot of wordplay in there. There was a lot of messing around with like the meanings of words, and I think all round that probably is the kind of as a vibe for an album. It's been really upbeat. That felt like it brought the kind of the pace down a little bit and was a bit more, I don't know, a bit more
somber.
Yeah, somber. Yeah.
It's a serious topic, wasn't it? So it felt a little bit more drawn back. I know what you're saying. But let's go on to Pasture Child up next.
She grew up
immediately. Love that.
Child, all of her skirts went past her ankles. Pitch black, no TV on after 9. She picked the phone up and she wrapped the cable on her finger. And I spoke gently, and then I tried to pretend to hold her against me. And it sounds like and it sounds like
he's loving a good ooh woo 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 on this album, but it doesn't feel like it's forced. It feels right though, you know what I mean?
digital, way back before you went digital. She grew up then became all-American mastermind. She wrote a book, I wasn't in it. I still call and she pick up time to time, but sometimes don't get no signal in the ringer.
I love that ring sample. There's been so many different things in this. I don't even know how to describe it. I can just do ring, ring, ring.
Against me, and it sounds like and it sounds like back before we went digital.
Do you remember when things went digital?
Yeah, just.
Yeah. Do you remember the digital switchover?
I remember having a house phone.
Yeah. Or modem dial-up
I used to have a
internet.
mobile.
Yeah. Ring your mate's house and his mum answers.
Can you come round? Fuck off, Joe.
I know who you are.
And it sounds like
That was a nice little interlude there. Lovely bit of guitar work.
and it sounds like back before we went digital. Way back before you went digital. Way back before you went digital. Oh, digital.
Lovely bit of vocals to see us out there. Now, what do you think that he's trying to say there? Because in my personal opinion, he's saying he used to see this person a lot and they used to hang out a lot, but now they've gone digital, meaning that he only ever really hears from them via text or messages.
Yeah, I think he was saying there was someone he maybe had a crush on, or it might have even been that they both had a crush on each other, and then as the world's evolved, they've kind of lost touch. Because I know he spoke at the start about like her wrapping the phone line around her finger. I don't know. I don't know what the overall meaning of the track was, to be honest. It just made me feel quite good and happy, which probably isn't what the lyrics are saying. In reality, I kind of took it as that he misses before everything was digital, which I completely back and agree with. But the instrumental and stuff, and the like lovely harmonizing vocals and the whoa-ohs just made it like a feel-good track at the same time. I felt that with a lot of this album, though. I've had a smile on my face. I've been dancing around, and it's been a lot more uplifting than previous Dom projects.
There has been one person in our comments that has suggested Sunburn on nearly every single video that we post, and you know who you are. I can't quite remember how the username is spelled out, but there's a couple of full stops in there. You'll know exactly who you are. And I'm going to say thank you now because this is great. This is so upbeat and happy that I mean, we've had lots of people requesting it, but there's been one person in particular who just has not stopped. And now I completely understand why, because the vibes on this are unparalleled. Like, I've not listened to a body of work in recent years, because bear in mind, this is 2023, that has had those kind of upbeat, nice vibes to it in the way that this does. Like I was saying earlier, in that 2010s, early 2010s era, it feels fresh, but
it's like DIY pop from the 2010s, but it's not pop because he's also got unreal flows in moments. You know what I mean? I think it's a good thing that it's hard to describe anyway.
Well, up next, we've got 4x4. Ooh. I feel like this might be a little bit of a somber one again.
1,000,000 miles to a cemetery, a flower across your chest. A tear on a smile as you pray to a sky, but it won't bring back your breath. You know it isn't the love that you wish for, that you were misinformed as a child. Cause everything in those beautiful stories was only a part of the lie. They told you every time that your kiss was a royal, and you know that your godmother flies. And it all seems so important till you're drifting off at night. And the weight of your eyes and your face when you cry make the days you were young seem ages ago. If you could stay, would you go? If you could stay,
I really like that sliding guitar.
Makes me feel slightly uneasy.
Sounded a bit SpongeBob-y. I don't know how to describe it. I don't know if that's what he was going for. Oh.
Joji feature.
Oh, I was just about to say Joji called.
Oh, that sliding guitar there is sick.
SpongeBob's back. A lot of features on this track.
1,000,000 miles and a year went by and you still can't find your breath. Your tears went dry as you prayed to a God, but he won't bring back the dead. And it was never love that you wished for, even when you were just
swapped
a
onto a
child.
piano from a guitar.
You knew everything in the story.
Back to guitar again.
A very talented young man.
Yeah.
And the weight of your eyes and your face when you cry make the days you were young seem ages ago. If you could stay, would you go? If you could stay.
Alien feature. That wasn't part of the song, that was just interference in our headphones.
That does sound a hell of a lot like Joji, doesn't it?
Even the enunciation of the words.
I love the matching of that guitar there and those vocals. Oh. I feel like having a nap after that.
Yeah.
That was so calming and relaxing. Honestly, every album needs a moment to let you chill out, let you take stuff in. That was the perfect chance to do that.
Yeah, it felt very reminiscent. It just felt nice. I'd struggle to find words for tracks like this sometimes. I think it just feels nice. It feels right. And there was a lot of parts in it that felt like they were from different artists, and there was a lot of inspiration on show, because that one part, that was very, very Joji. And we're not saying that in a way that it's bad.
Oh, we like Joji.
We love Joji, so it's kind of a big thing.
Friend of the show.
Friend of the show? Is he?
Yeah. Joji's a friend of the show.
Is he?
Yeah.
You reached out to him?
Yeah, we've done reactions. He's seen them.
Yeah, of course he has, yeah. I just think that is a perfect example of how Dominic Fike can vary his sound, because, again, we've come through this first half of the album all being very upbeat. And the last, let's say, that one and the previous two tracks have been a lot more emotional. There was a lot more kind of artistic talent on display.
Well, we've been emotional. Now it's time to get frisky.
Oh, my God. Oh, no.
What do you mean? Oh, no.
Oh, I don't want to get frisky. I wonder, is that going to change the energy entirely? Because we are on a bit of a slower path currently. So is Dominic going to get frisky with us?
Oh, whoa. Toast
Oh. Back to the vocals being deep in the mix again, not over the top. Yeah.
Oh, and then the vocals. That's a cool mix.
Yeah, I like that. It's fully cleared now.
You'll have your revelation. You're heavy-handed because you hold it all. Step outside, but not to brawl. And watch your feet try not to fall over. Make it to the moon.
It was a bit Red Hot Chili Peppers inspired, that.
It's your dilemma, baby. It's complicated, but it's temporary. Nobody around you makes an effort. And I wanna make an effort. Oh, what in the world is gonna make you listen?
Proper funky. Yeah.
Ooh, she. Respectfully. You know when I said this feels Red Hot Chili Peppers inspired?
That's mad.
What the
So
fuck?
we can see the writing credits and Flea, and that is John Frusciante as well. Oh my
and
god,
Anthony Kiedis, the first one.
that is mad from you. Have you been doing prior research?
No, I swear down. It was because there was a centre bit that felt like, I don't know if it was Californication or something, but the lyrics felt in that realm. In the same, so that makes me think, going back to Think Fast, that it was a homage to Undone.
Could have been.
Because then that felt like it was an homage to early Red Hot Chili. Why are they not listed as a featured artist on
I guess
that?
they just helped with the production because they didn't actually. Whereas in Think Fast, what's the Weezer guy called? River.
Yeah.
He actually had some vocals. They didn't have vocals. They just helped with the production.
No, so my question is, did they help with the production, or is this a good for you situation where it's been so close to it that they've then been credited as the producers on it?
Let us know. Let us know in the comments.
Somebody will know.
Someone will definitely
know.
But Tim, it's time for another big hitter from Sunburn in Mama's Boy.
Getting frisky with Mama's Boy.
You're
a bit of a Mama's Boy, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Not denying that one.
My dad left me to go to Japan, so.
Yeah, and all you got was this t-shirt. Ooh.
I do know this one.
Right, okay.
Putting that out there.
I do not. It's very... He sounds scared. It's giving me like Robert Smith vibes.
We've kind of gone back to that more experimental vibe all of a sudden, haven't we? Gone from emotional to this pretty quickly.
That was a bit scary. I don't think I like them laughs. Lighter track, is it? Well, not quite. Not quite a lighter track. I do like he plays around with like muted string guitars and kind of uses it as percussion rather than as a rhythmic instrument. It's a hard knock life. Jay-Z's about to come in. Joe's getting PTSD to high school when everyone used to chant that at him.
I think you're the first person who's ever said that to me, to be fair.
I don't even know where it came from, to be honest. I just wanted to throw an insult at you. I'm liking this outro. It's interesting because this is released in 2023, and I feel like around that era there was a lot of songs with spelling out words in them, and this is just being added to it now.
I always quite like that song because it feels so experimental, and I'm surprised it's one of the bigger tracks off the album, to be honest, because it's proper out there with all the different sound effects and the kind of weird flow that's used throughout most of it. I enjoy it, and it feels proper Dominic Fike. You know what I mean? It feels like he's just having fun, couple of random guitar riffs coming in, doing weird vocal effects and weird harmonies throughout it, and it epitomizes what he is to me.
Yeah, it's like a culmination of every track that we've heard so far in one track, and then throw on top him just having a bit of fun. I think it is what it is. It is what it needs to be. I kind of put it in the same field as some of the other ones where it was a bit more just quick and ready to go. And I can understand why it is a bigger track though, because I think that kind of spelling out and that chorus at the end, that's still stuck in my head. The mama's boy bit at the end. I think that's such a good way to make an earworm, is to not only repeat it, but to have a bit of spelling in there. Don't know what it is about spelling that I enjoy, but if you spell out words in a song, I'm going to like it.
Well, Tim, we're on to the last two tracks now. If you've made it to this point in the video, you must be enjoying our reaction. So please do remember to hit like and subscribe. It massively helps us out. But let's listen to Dark. Just my throat. It wasn't that funny,
fine.
bro.
It was, let's listen.
I didn't even swallow it.
It wasn't even that bad. It wasn't that. It just made me laugh. I think with the title, this is going to be a bit of a dismal one.
A dismal one?
What?
No, it's just a heavy word.
I'll be gone like summer. I'll be here like rain.
The reverb on the vocals.
Sounds like Oliver Tree.
When you're gone like summer. Oh, you're here like rain. Far beyond my expertise. There was a movement in the sky this morning. The clouds tore open and it started storming.
I like the difference in the two vocal styles there. One from super reverb, super echoey.
I used to have an old black guitar. I used to sleep in all of these.
I love these tiny little subtle harmonies.
In the closet before anybody cared who the rapper was. And now my food got no taste in my room, got no space in my head. Got so big, don't remember who you is though.
I love that kind of triplet like flow that people put on.
You better believe it. Yeah, it's dark. I felt a hole in my soul this evening. I thought it would be different after I left treatment. I stood up to a demon, mama, you should have seen it.
Percussion echoing around the headphones.
I do, I remember most of it. Back before I shed my shell, now I'm a ghost of it. Remember
It
back
sounds like
when
a
it
clock.
was the four of us like Ghostbusters. Remember that? I ain't even know a Democrat from a lumberjack. Now it's mostly politics. Now I work on holidays. Now I'm worth all kind of things. Now kids pin me up in living rooms in their mama's place. Man, I moved out my mama's place and then I bought my mama place. Then I replaced my mama with a white bitch from the Palisades. Then after she broke up with me, I became who my mama hates. I became my dad. I would break promises that I would make to my favorite people. I cheat on my favorite bitch and then I would lie through my teeth. You remember when Alex had no front teeth?
Sick.
That
section.
was deep though, that was really introspective.
I don't remember shit. I don't have a good memory. I mean, I do. It's more like flashbacks.
Yeah,
That's what you have, like flashing.
yeah. I have like a lot of. They're very like brief flashes.
What about babyhood? You got any babyhood shit in the back of your head? Like, I don't remember nothing as a toddler. Do you remember, like, no? I figured as much, so you got my memory. What's your earliest memory, Eddie? What house do you remember? What's your first house you remember? Because I don't even remember.
I remember.
Well, I remember your first house. It's actually an apartment.
I remember.
I mean, as I thought from the track title and the immediate vibes that you got out the gate, that was very clearly perhaps the most introspective track on the album. I mean, we've had a few. I mean, Sunburn, the title track, did feel in that vein, but this felt really, I don't know, he's putting his heart on his sleeve and kind of explaining his whole situation to everybody to understand what's going on. And like the situation he was saying about with his mum, and then how he feels like he's his dad. And there was a lot of really heartfelt stuff. And then that outro there as well, him discussing what he remembers, what he doesn't remember, and him saying that, you know, ultimately he does remember things that have happened. Really interesting way to play it.
Yeah, I think that was probably one of my favourite Dominic Fike tracks that we've listened to be honest, especially the way that the instrumental changed to that really deep bass tone when we went into that more introspective section. It just sounded so satisfying. And pairing that with a clean flow with lyrics that really do mean something. I really enjoyed that track. It was one of my favourites, not just off this album, but off of everything we've listened to.
I think it's always cool to see that Dominic can kind of do any style that he wants to. It just depends on how he's feeling that day, I guess, as to what he wants to put on it. But we're on to the last track here with What Kind of Woman. Quite sad, really, because this has been a fantastic album.
We're nearing the end. No.
It's got much more upbeat energy. Back to them good vibes.
What trial brings you here? You can't hide. What kind of woman makes it
Super high-pitched vocals.
Yeah.
for everybody?
Is that unedited? Is that his actual voice?
So much for living.
It sounds like it's been recorded on a phone.
So much for everything. I want to know what makes you so cool. She said you could learn a lot from me. What trouble brings you here? You can't hide.
He's got such good vocal control.
What kind of woman makes it hard for everybody involved? She said she could do love for me.
Hearing the sliding of the guitar.
I like that.
Oh, I see you noticing me.
Oh, it's changed the beat entirely.
Don't we grow in our sleep? So every night you came, just where I go when I dream. Oh, wish you had shown
That felt like a really good way to close the album, didn't it? It was kind of going back to that DIY style that we heard on the Demos EP for me, where it just seemed like he was having fun, nice little acoustic number, pretty much, I mean, no effects at all, if any, on the vocals. It was weird. It felt so much less produced than the rest of the album. It kind of just threw me off a little bit.
Yeah, there was a certain quality of, like you said, like it had been recorded on an iPhone or recorded on something similar to that. It felt, I don't know, it was just a good display of his raw talent, because you know that there really wasn't any editing going on, and it was just him with a guitar singing a little song, talking about his life, and just what a great way to end a great album.
Yeah, Sunburn as a whole, I absolutely loved that. It felt like it went down so many different paths. We had some of the calmer, more introspective tracks on here that I massively enjoyed, but then tracks like Think Fast, like Ant Pile, that have a bit more energy to them. I think it was a good flow to the album. The energetic moments and the calm moments came at the right time, but for me, it's the production that really stands out on that. A lot of the harmonies, a lot of the vocal effects and effects that you just hear going on in the background throughout songs really make this album. And we've said that for his previous projects, but I think this did take it up a level. And it didn't feel like it was 15 songs. It flew so quickly going through that.
Yeah, and also, like you're saying, we had the kind of top-loaded happiness and upbeat, whereas towards the end, in the second half, I mean, from Sunburn onwards, it was a lot more introspective. And I just liked the fact that the energy still stayed there and there was still those upbeat moments, but it managed to just kind of change the tone. And rather than the first half, I'm not discrediting it, but the second half really made you listen to the lyrics and really made you understand his current situation. And I think that shows a great artist to be able to construct an album in that way, because we listen to a lot of albums and it's always good to find one that flows like an album rather than just a section of singles.
Well, let us know in the comments if we should listen to 14 minutes. That's the only full Dominic Fike album we haven't listened to now. And as I said earlier, leave some other artists and album suggestions down below, because we do read the comments, so we'll see them and potentially give them a go. We can't promise anything because we've got a list of about 1 million albums that people comment now, but we're always looking for more.
And if you did enjoy this video, please do not forget to like and subscribe. We would really appreciate it. We're pushing 10K at the moment. 10,000 subscribers, can you believe it? Wow. So if we could get there within the next couple of months, we'd be over the moon. But thank you very much for watching.